It's a good idea to have a consistent file naming strategy on your computer. It makes it easier to find files when you're looking for them in the future. Be consistent. Avoid special characters in a file name. What I mean by special characters would be asterisks, punctuation marks, forward slashes, semicolons, and the likes of those, for example. Keep your file names short, meaningful, and descriptive, and easily understandable to yourself, and possibly think of others if you're going to be sharing the files. Avoid vague, unhelpful terms such as miscellaneous or general or my files. Use capital letters and underscores instead of full stops, commas, or spaces. Capital letters are good to delimit different words as the preferred option, although underscores may help you to add clarity in a file name, but they will make the file name longer. It's a very good idea to use dates in your file names, but again, if you're going to put dates in your file names, stick to a proper convention. I'll give you an example now in a second. Avoid using common words such as draft or letter at the start of file names unless doing so is going to make it easier to retrieve or to find the file again in the future. Very important to use only alphanumeric characters, the letters A to Z or the numbers 0 to 9. Okay, again, I'm going to put up a list of the punctuation and special characters that you should not use in file name. Like almost everything in computing, there are many ways to achieve the same task. There's about 7 different ways of renaming files. I'm going to go through a few of them just now, just to show you the more common and probably the easier ones. Probably the easiest one of all is to actually use the F2 key on your keyboard. Okay. So how we're going to do this is, first of all, you need to select the file you want to rename. So I just left click on it to select it. And if I simply press F2 on my keyboard, you will notice that the area for the file name is highlighted in blue. So it's waiting for me to type in a file name for this. Okay. Straight away, I'm going to use my date naming convention, which is today's date, which is the 11th of May, 2020. And this is a picture of some ice cream. Okay, and just hit enter or click away on white space on your screen. So straight away you'll see that this is a picture now rather than DCI 001 or 002. It is now a photograph or a picture on the 11th of May 2020, and it's a picture of some ice cream. So that should easily be found. Another way to rename a file is actually to use 2 single clicks. Okay, so if I click once to select a file, and I'll just pause for a second, if I click a second time, again, you'll notice that the file name becomes active straight away. So again, I'm going to employ my naming strategy again. And I'm going to put in an underscore just to show the separate word. And again, hit enter on your keyboard, and again, the name is changed. Another very easy way, again, is to select the file. You notice you have to select the file before you can do anything. So select the file, click on it, left click on it just once, and come up here up to the ribbon, and you'll notice there is a rename command on the home tab on the ribbon. So just click on rename. When I click on rename, again, you'll notice that the box for the file name becomes active. It's highlighted in blue. You simply start typing. So again, my naming convention is the date, followed by an underscore, and this is an orange. And again, hit enter on your keyboard, and that will rename the file. The last way, I'm going to just rename one of these again. Okay. The last way of doing it actually is to right click on the file that you want to rename, and this brings up a context menu or a right click menu. So I simply go right click. It brings up, this is known as a context menu, and in the context menu there is a rename option down here at the bottom. So I left click on the rename option. Again, you'll notice the file name is highlighted in blue, so it's literally waiting for me to type. So again, I'll just change the name just here for the sake of it. Underscore and I hit enter. So those are 4 very easy ways of changing the name of a file. Again, the most important thing if you're naming files is to have a good naming convention, stick to it and be consistent with it. Avoid special characters, a list of what I'm going to show you now. Keep your file names short, meaningful, descriptive and easily understandable. Avoid vague terms such as miscellaneous or general or my files. Use capitals and underscores because they're handy. Employ dates. Dates are a good idea to help you find different files. Okay, I hope you learned something from this video. Don't forget you can replay these videos as often as you want. Thank you. Bye.